Hi everybody, it's Mrs. Myers. I am here today to show you about a bucket filling project that we are going to do together. Now remember, this is being recorded, so at any time if you need to stop, if you need to take a break, if you need to get caught up, use that pause button, get yourself caught up, and then hit that play button again, and you can continue with the project. So yesterday we were talking about how we can be bucket fillers. So how are we filling up other people's buckets? How are we making them feel good about themselves? And so I have an art project for us to do. Here's what you need, okay? You're gonna need this paper. You're gonna need a bucket. You are going to need your face and your hands. You also are going to need this piece of yellow paper. Okay, some of you have just one piece of smaller paper for hair. Some of you have a couple choices based on your hair color. And then you had a bag that you've probably been wondering what we're gonna do with these things, okay? So you are also going to need two items out of here. You're gonna need this fun silvery piece, and you're gonna need the two googly eyes out of here. Okay, now the other things we'll be using in other lessons this week. Okay, so you're gonna need all of that. And then of course you're gonna need scissors. You're gonna need your glue stick. You are going to need your crayons, of course. And then you are also gonna need a little bit of tape. And if you don't have tape, I think we can make do with your glue stick. Okay? All right, so let's get started. So you're gonna clean up your area so you have a nice clean spot. The very first thing we're gonna do, boys and girls, is we're gonna cut out our head and our hands. Now, because I've recorded this, Mrs. Myers did that earlier today. So right now you can go ahead and cut those out, or you can wait and watch my whole video, okay? The other thing you need to cut out is you need your bucket, of course. So I already cut my bucket, so I've got all those things ready to go. And then I think you're ready. So the very first thing you need to do is you need to take your yellow paper, okay, and you are going to glue this paper on here, and it says, I am a bucket filler when I. So you're gonna do a little bit of writing. You're gonna think about our lesson yesterday and about the video you just watched prior to making this project, about something that you are doing to be a bucket filler. Okay, maybe really try and focus on something you're doing virtually online when we're in class together to be bucket fillers. Okay, and then it says this is a picture of me being a bucket filler. So then I want you with your crayons to draw about what you wrote. Okay, and then you're going to end by writing your name here on the bottom. So let me show you what Mrs. Myers put on her paper. Okay, so I said that I am a bucket filler when I listen quietly while someone is talking. And then here I put like a little Zoom grid. This is what we look like together, right? And then I just put random faces in here, okay? But you could, any one of these people could be Mrs. Myers, and you see that they're all making good eye contact and they're all listening to each other. You can also see that I colored the border of this. I colored my bucket, and I colored this cute little dog. Okay, so after you get that glued on, I want you to pause the video, and I want you to do your writing, and I want you to do your picture, and I want you to color and do all those accessory things. Okay, so go ahead and pause me now and start on that. Okay, well, welcome back. Here I am. I'm ready to glue this onto my paper now that I have all my work done. So I'm going to do circle in each of the four corners. And I'm going to put a big X right here. Okay. And then I'm going to line my paper up. I'm going to make it look all nice and neat. So I like to, when I say line it up, Mrs. Myers means I'm going to try and have the same amount of yellow as I do on the top and the bottom, and on the two sides. I'm going to make sure it's going to stay nice on there, nice and neat. Okay. Awesome. Now, when you're done with that, if you haven't cut out your head yet, you need to start doing that, okay? Because we're going to start working on that. And you need to start working on your hands and those kinds of things, okay? So if you haven't done that, go ahead and pause me, and I'll see you back here in a couple minutes. All right, well, here we are again. So now, because this is about me and my bucket filling, I am going to attempt to make this look like Mrs. Meyer's, okay? So here's where a couple things come in. So I went with blonde, yellow, even though my hair is a little bit brown too, but I'm gonna go with that. And my hair is a little bit longer, so I wanted to show you how you can add some detail onto your hair. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut these into strips for myself. I don't have any bangs or anything that I need to worry about, okay? So I'm gonna cut, I'll do 3 for each side right now. There we go. And then I'm just gonna glue these onto my head. All right, so I'm gonna do 1. I'm gonna do 2. I'm gonna do, I'll do 1 right here, like that, okay? And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. All right, whoops. 1, 2, and 3. Now, boys, if you are wondering what you can do, okay, and I am gonna cover up and I'm gonna put that right there, okay? But I wanna show the boys, if you have shorter hair, some ideas for you is to cut this like that. And you can do like spiky hair, like all along the top of your head, okay? That's just an idea, okay? Girls, if you have curly hair, let me show you some fancy tricks that you can do. You can take a strip of paper, you can take a pencil or even a crayon, and watch what Mrs. Meyer's does. You can wrap this around here, around your crayon, and hold it for a second, and then let it go, and then you have curly hair. So you can do that too. Okay, so I'm gonna cover up this little patch here for my hair. And then I think I'm good on my hair. Now, some of my hair keeps falling though. There we go. Now, you saw that I gave you some googly eyes. So what you wanna do for those googly eyes is put 2 dots where you'd like those. And then stick those on your eyes. Maybe hold it down for a little bit. Sometimes we use a different kind of glue, but I didn't send that home with you, so we don't have that. You can see mine are kind of moving a little bit. Okay? All right, and then I need to draw my nose, and I'm gonna draw my smile. So I'm gonna grab a couple crayons. Okay, so I think I'm gonna use this for my nose. So Mrs. Meyer's just gonna kind of just draw a nose. And then I'm gonna draw a smile. If you wanna make lips, you can. I'm just gonna go with that. I'm gonna give myself some rosy cheeks. I'm gonna make some earlobes, okay? All right, so there's Mrs. Meyer's. Now, after you've done that, you're gonna bring back your yellow paper, and right here above your bucket, you are going to kind of put yourself on there. Now, we don't want to do this because then we can't see your awesome writing, right? So we want to kind of put it where we can still see the bucket. I had such long hair, we'd have to lift that up, right? Okay, so because I'm going to do that, I don't want to put glue at the top of my head because that would stick to my table. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it directly on my paper. So I know I'm kind of going right in here. So I'm going to put glue all along here. And then I'm going to flip my head over and I'm going to put it however I want. Okay, there we go. Awesome. Now we're going to add our hands. So it's like our hands are holding the paper. So we're going to put a hand here and a hand here. So I'm going to move them down. Okay. And so again, you can tell that the hand is hanging off. And so I'm just gonna put a little bit of glue on my paper so I don't get it all over my table. There's one. And there is two. All right. Finally, boys and girls, you have your bucket. Don't forget to decorate your bucket. I think I'm gonna do some hearts on my bucket because I know people feel loved when I fill up their bucket. And I know I feel loved too when other people fill my bucket up. So I'm going with hearts. You can decorate it however you would like to. Okay, now this is the fun part. Decide which hand you want to put your bucket in. Okay, and this fun thing, you're gonna bend like this. This is the handle of the bucket. Okay, so watch what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna turn it on the back. And this is where, if your family has some tape, that's gonna be the best thing for you to be able to use. So let me show you how that works. So I'm gonna cover this, and then I'm gonna cover this one. Now, when I flip it over, I have a little bucket handle. And then what I'm gonna do, I decided I'm gonna put it in this hand. So you need one more piece of tape, and you're gonna tape it right onto your hand. Okay? And there we go. So now I have a bucket filling art project. Now, I would love to get this back from you in our next packet pickup because I really want to hang it up in our classroom, and I'd love to leave it up. And once we get to come back into our classroom, we can see all of this artwork. And I'll even take a picture of it. I'm going to hang it up, and you can see what everyone else did. So be sure that you put that when you're done inside your finished classwork. Now your head is kind of big, right? So when you're sticking it in there, just even if you need to lay it on top like that, that's fine. Don't try and jam it in, okay? All right, boys and girls, I can't wait to see how your bucket filling project turns out. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the morning. Bye, boys and girls.